Besides being considered two of the most controversial political leaders in the world, they have a great diplomatic relationship. Donald Trump and Kim Jong Un are two of the most powerful men in their countries, with more than enough money to spend on whatever they want. What's more, these rulers live in grand mansions, drive around in luxury vehicles, and have fleets of aircraft at their disposal. But have you ever wondered which of them has the most luxurious life? In this video, you'll see a heated battle between Donald Trump and Kim Jong Un. There's no doubt that both politicians live comfortably in large properties, but which one has the most valuable real estate? Trump's main home before returning to the presidency was called Mar-a-Lago, in Palm Beach. The businessman purchased the property in 1985 and transformed it into an exclusive private club and spa for the region's social elite. The club's main area occupies around 54,000 square feet, but Trump has mentioned that his entire property at this location spans nearly 24 acres, making it the largest private estate in Palm Beach. And of course, he has his own private space within the massive property, with a 3,000 square foot area. To give you an idea of its grandeur, the property features 126 rooms, several private beaches, and a 20,000 square foot ballroom decorated with $7 million worth of gold leaf. The price to become a member of this club is around $200,000, excluding annual fees. Some sources claim that this leisure complex of Donald Trump's is valued at an impressive $160 million. Kim Jong Un, on the other hand, owns dozens of properties scattered around the country. But without a doubt, the most famous is the Sun Palace of Kumsusan. Built in 1976 by the founding fathers of North Korea, this building was the official residence of the country's head of state, but currently serves as a graveyard for former leaders. This huge construction has a total area of almost 2.7 acres and is considered the largest mausoleum dedicated to a communist leader. And to have an idea of all its luxury and refinement, according to some sources, it is estimated that it may have been spent $900 million in its reformation alone. In other words, Kim Jong Un wins this round. When it comes to good airplanes for traveling, the two leaders don't skimp. But who has the most expensive air travel? Starting with Kim Jong Un. The main and most used one by the Korean leader, for example, is the Model IL-62, a Soviet long-range aircraft produced in 1960, with the capacity for almost 200 passengers. Although the plane is old, it appears that Kim Jong Un has invested millions of dollars to refurbish it and keep it in perfect condition. And to get an idea of price, one of these units is estimated to cost at least $50 million. Trump is not far behind. The businessman and current U.S. presidential candidate has a fleet of helicopters at his disposal, having declared 3 units of the Sikorsky S-76 model. Located in New York, Florida, and Scotland, the helicopters are an exclusive convenience for the executives, members, and VIP guests of Donald Trump's company. The helicopters have undergone interior renovations, equipped with sophisticated gold-plated hardware and comfortable finishes. Each one usually costs $7 million, for a total of $21 million. When it comes to jets, the simplest model the businessman owns is a Cessna Citation X, a medium-sized, high-speed twin-engine jet capable of comfortably carrying up to 9 passengers. It is often used by Trump when he needs agile transportation without neglecting comfort. No wonder the aircraft is valued at $23 million. For longer journeys, the businessman relies on his private Boeing 757, a very common model for commercial flights. The aircraft, in its traditional layout, can carry up to 280 passengers, but it has been refurbished to become a veritable mansion, meeting all of Donald Trump's requirements. The turbines, for example, were replaced with Rolls-Royce ones, and the seatbelts were plated in 24-karat gold. The jet was divided into the following areas: cabin with armchairs for relaxing watching a movie, with a TV for each bed; dining room; main lounge with a 57-inch television; a guest area with a sofa that turns into a bed; and Donald Trump's comfortable bedroom with a bed, armchair, and TV, as well as a bathroom with a gold-plated shower and sink. The estimated price of this customized aircraft capable of carrying 43 people is $100 million. It's not for everyone, is it? And since Donald Trump has the most expensive fleet of aircraft, he wins this round. Both heads of state are completely passionate about modern vehicles, but which one owns the garage with the best cars? Trump, for example, has owned many cars, but among those he's been seen driving are A 2011 Chevrolet Camaro worth $30,000. A Cadillac XLR-V worth $45,000. A Chevrolet Suburban worth $62,000. A Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud, which typically costs around $76,000. And a Ferrari 360 Spider valued at $120,000. One of the most exclusive cars in his collection was a 1988 Cadillac Trump Golden Series limousine, a vehicle of which only 2 examples exist. This car was built for $80,000, which is about $160,000 today. Going up in price, Donald Trump also owned a 2007 Ferrari F430 F1 Coupe, which was auctioned in 2017 for $270,000. Another vehicle that passed through the businessman's garage was a Lamborghini Diablo VT, a highly exclusive machine valued at around $420,000. To gift the First Lady, Donald Trump purchased a Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren, a super sports model worth $450,000. Trump has also been seen driving a Rolls-Royce Phantom, a super elegant sedan from the famous luxury car brand Rolls-Royce. The vehicle's interior is impeccably finished with first-class materials that bring a lot of sophistication to the space. And to own one of these cars, you might have to shell out up to $460,000. Meanwhile, Kim Jong Un has already been spotted next to a Lincoln Continental limousine, a collectible that can cost more than $50,000. On another occasion, it was possible to see in the background of a picture that he owns a Land Rover Discovery 4, a robust vehicle valued at $60,000. Moving up the price further, he has been seen inside a Lexus LS, a luxury sedan with a modern design, being equipped with a pretty powerful engine. And to own one of these, you may need to disburse over $90,000. Still from the same brand, Kim Jong Un has already been spotted in a Lexus LX 570 Armored. We are talking about a large, imposing SUV capable of offering a lot of luxury and comfort to the dictator. And it's no wonder that this car is priced at around $150,000. And just like Vladimir Putin, he also owns a Mercedes Maybach S600 Pullman Guard, a vehicle from Kim's fleet that has gone viral on the internet for him riding with several security guards around the car running on foot. And as we mentioned earlier, this vehicle is valued at around $1,500,000. Going for even more luxury, it was possible to see in the background of a video that Kim Jong Un was getting out of a Rolls-Royce Phantom, a stunning car capable of offering every luxury and comfort imaginable. Its interior is all coated with the highest quality materials, in addition to having the most modern items on the market. And it's no wonder that its price tag can reach around $3 million. And for having the most expensive car collection, Kim Jong Un wins this round. Point for him. In this round, we'll find out which of the 2 controversial politicians invests more money in yachts, Kim Jong Un or Donald Trump. Kim Jong Un, for example, has already been seen using a Princess 95 MY model vessel, a 95-foot yacht manufactured by the British company Princess Yachts. The dictator's yacht can comfortably accommodate up to 8 people in its 4 cabins, all equipped with private bathrooms. The interior is quite nice, having panoramic windows in the main saloon so that the crew can see the sea while traveling. Outside, there is a beautiful gourmet area, where Kim Jong Un can relax on the comfortable sofas and sun loungers. Without a doubt, the vessel is able to offer a great experience for those who go on board. And according to some sources, the North Korean leader's yacht is estimated to cost around $7 million. Meanwhile, the mega yacht, which belonged to the former president, is a 282-foot Benetti Navilla, which he renamed at the time as Trump Princess. Built in Italy in the 1980s, the yacht even features a helipad and can comfortably accommodate 22 passengers in its luxurious interior, with marble finishes and gold accessories in the main areas. The yacht's bathrooms were made with onyx stone, while the cabins boast extravagant decor, each one uniquely designed. Currently, the yacht is known as Kingdom 5KR, and recent records show that it remains in excellent condition. According to some sources, Trump bought the yacht in the 1980s for about $30 million, but he sold it a few years later when he was facing financial problems. Another yacht he was involved with was the Trump Princess II, a yacht that was intended to be even larger and more impressive than the original. The yacht was to be built by Jamie Oliver in 1993, and even though the former president invested $170,000 for the project's concept, construction was later abandoned. But since Trump has never been a big fan of yachts, none of these vessels seem to have been a real loss for him. As Donald Trump had a more luxurious yacht, He wins this round. Point for the president. Both tycoons have more than enough money to buy whatever they want, but which one usually spends the most money on a daily basis? Starting with Donald Trump. To always look sharp, for example, he likes to flaunt beautiful watches, such as his Azad Power Tourbillon limited edition worth $10,000. He also owns a vintage Rolex Day-Date President, a classic 18K yellow gold piece with high standard finishes for added durability. It's no surprise that this sophisticated accessory is valued at around $19,000. Climbing up in price, he owns a Patek Philippe Golden Ellipse, a 36mm accessory built in the 1980s. The watch features a navy blue dial with sapphire crystal and a yellow gold strap, offering water and shock resistance. This beautiful watch costs around $24,000. Trump's most expensive watch is a Vacheron Constantin Historiques Ultrafine 1968, an elegant timepiece for formal occasions, featuring a square shape, a rose gold case, and a black leather strap. To acquire such a model, Donald Trump must have spent a hefty sum, somewhere around $36,000. The politician doesn't skimp on other types of jewelry either. To celebrate his engagement to Melania, he bought an emerald-cut diamond ring weighing over 10 carats, made by Graf Diamonds. Although he claimed in 2005 that he purchased a jewel at a $1 million discount, it was later revealed that he paid $1.5 million for the piece. It's speculated that he spent another $3 million on a second ring from the same brand for their 10th wedding anniversary, which Melania was photographed wearing at an event. Meanwhile, although North Korea has received a UN embargo and has been banned from importing luxury goods since 2006, in practice things in Kim Jong Un's life seem to be quite different. The country's supreme leader lives surrounded by luxury and spends millions on expensive imported items. One of his passions is watches, being his favorite one the IWC Portofino Automatic, a piece manufactured by a Swiss watchmaker, with the price evaluated around £10,000 or around $15,000. However, when it comes to food, it is evident by looking at Kim Jong Un's body that he must like to eat a lot. While the North Korean population lives in misery, the supreme leader spends millions importing sophisticated foods such as Danish pork, Iranian caviar, Chinese melon, and many other king-worthy items. However, on cigarettes, which is one of his vices, it is estimated that Kim spends no less than £29 million. And for his leisure, Kim Jong Un had several places built that provide him with lots of entertainment, such as a cinema with more than 1,000 seats, some beautiful golf courses, several resorts with ski tracks, some riding tracks for his racehorses, among many other things. And we can't forget his pleasure squad, where young women are recruited by the government under the explanation that they will serve their country. The demands are that they must be attractive and totally loyal to him. In return, they receive a salary of $4,000 per month. However, the club is renewed every year, with an average of 30 to 40 women per year. And to get an idea of the dimensions of Kim Jong Un's spending, it is estimated that the dictator spends over $645 million a year on luxury items. So it's clear that Kim Jong Un wins this round. There's no doubt that both leaders have amassed large fortunes during their careers. But who has the biggest net worth? Kim Jong Un, for example, is the supreme leader of a country whose population is estimated at over 25 million people. To have an idea, it is estimated that North Korea's GDP is around $32 billion. But according to estimates that have been made over the years, the figures that experts use in this type of calculation correspond to somewhere between 10% to 15% of the mysterious Asian nation's GDP. One of the most reliable estimates made in 2013 concluded that Kim Jong Un had at least $5 billion scattered in more than 200 bank accounts around the world. Donald Trump, on the other hand, most of his fortune has come from his business career, and because he's such a powerful tycoon, many people wonder what his plans are to return to the helm of the greatest global power, given that he's already quite wealthy. During his term as the 45th American president, Trump not only gave up his salary of $78,000 a month for donations, but also spent more than $66 million out of pocket to finance his campaign. As host of the reality TV show The Apprentice, the tycoon allegedly earned $427 million from his salary, sponsorships, and licenses over the show's 14 seasons. But his fortune goes far beyond his work in the media, as Donald Trump is a businessman with an extensive real estate portfolio, which guarantees him a great income. He owns several hotels around the world, such as the 5-star Trump International Hotel chain in Chicago, in Las Vegas, in Washington, D.C., in Greater New York, and in Doonbeg, Ireland, Trump Doral in Miami, Florida, and Turnberry in Scotland. The businessman also owns several golf courses, such as Bali in Indonesia and Dubai in the United Arab Emirates, not to mention his many luxurious residential and commercial buildings. Donald Trump also has a vast network of licensed products. According to Forbes, $170 million of his fortune is generated by products bearing his name alone. In addition, over the course of his career, Trump has written a total of 19 books on a variety of subjects, including a golf manual, guides to building a fortune, and even a detective novel. One of his most recent businesses was the creation of the Truth Social platform through his technology company Trump Media and Technology Group. In 2024, the startup merged with Digital World, and according to some experts, the former president's stake in the business was worth more than $3 billion. And unlike the big billionaires who have their fortune publicly exposed by having their assets allocated on the stock exchange, it's not so easy to know what all the former president's money is. And although Forbes estimates that in 2024 Trump's fortune will be around $7.5 billion, he has already declared that his net worth is an impressive $10 billion. And because he has a higher estimated fortune, Donald Trump wins this last round. At the end of this fight, we have 3 points for Kim Jong Un against 3 points for Donald Trump, making it a draw. But if you think there are still other arguments to defend one of the two, write your best justification below. Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel, Dios to satisfy your curiosity.